It's the 18th of January 2018 and welcome to Navigating Your Day. In Jinshin Jitsu, safety interlock number 18 came into the universe meaning body consciousness, the functions affecting the human personality. So my understanding of that is that when we are conscious of our body, we develop an awareness of how we physically feel affects how we behave in the world, our personality, in other words. So when we are sensitive to that, we make a connection between our functioning in the world and our physical body and its health. Most people are unaware that they have low levels of vitality because they felt relatively bad without being sick, right? For so long, they don't know what it's like to feel amazing, to feel vital, to have lots of energy, to not always have lots of energy, but to generally have a sense of well-being beyond that which they are currently capable, or when they have signs and symptoms. We all know, if you've got a headache, you're not generally your bubbly, sparkly self. If you've got pain somewhere, you tend to be a bit more morose. So your consciousness of what your body is trying to tell you can have a direct impact on how you manage that and the effect that it then has on your personality. And so that's the energy that we can connect with today. 18 is a 9, of course, and 9 is, the essence of the 9 is that of the child. So 9s are all, think of all the best things of children. They are curious, they're open, they're honest. Today is possibly not a great day for being tactful because we have, as the hero is the 3, and 3s can be very blunt. 3s just say it like it is. And 9s, they're not blunt because they're trying to be rude. They just don't have a guard in front of their mouths. You know how little kids go, oh, hi, auntie, blah, blah. Wow, why are you so fat? That's the honesty of the 9. 9 has the gift of penetrating right to the core of an issue. And so that is it's using that intuition, being able to actually penetrate to the heart of a problem, not necessarily find a solution, but see the truth. So that's what we can connect with today. So if you're struggling with problems in your life, problems in your business, problems in your project, today, if we can connect to that energy of the 9, it actually helps us to penetrate to the root of the matter without having to do too much thinking and analyzing about it. 9s are curious and 9s love to have fun. So if you can approach your day with that sense of curiosity and wonder, again, ask yourself, how would you like to feel? Well, I'd like to feel curious and adventurous about this day. So if that's the intention that you set, then you can approach everything that you do, even if it seems to be boring and mundane, with that sense of curiosity. Maybe I'll discover something. Maybe I won't, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll learn something new. Maybe I won't, but maybe I will. That is much better than, I really don't want to go to that function, right? So that's what we can connect with today. It's important that we bring some fun and some playfulness into the day. So if you can arrange something for yourself that you think is fun, I don't know, crank the music up, dance in the kitchen, sing in the shower, whatever's fun and spontaneous. We of course have the energy of the 9. We have the energy of the 1 of January. So when we are able to be curious, when we are able to embrace that sense of adventure, when we can trust that things are as they are and that they're here to teach us something and that they're here to help us to grow, then we can truly grow into our leadership, into our leader. And our inner leader, remember, is that which we radiate out into the world. It's not necessarily someone who's bossing other people around. The mixture of the 9 and the air, 9 contains all the elements, all right? So it has a little bit of everything, and 1 is an air number. It can, if the 9 is thwarted, gets bored, gets forced to do things it doesn't want to do, then it pulls a typical 2 or 3-year-old stunt and can have a tantrum. 1s can be incredibly demanding also. So you can find that demanding, the world owes me something, why are you being so mean to me? I am just going to actually lie on the floor and stamp my feet. You might find yourself heading into that kind of territory, and it's more likely because we've got the 3 in the hero and in the villain, so I'll speak about that just now because those are fire numbers. So luckily, in order to keep all this demanding tantrumy side potentially under some semblance of control, we have the 2 from 2018, which allows us to connect to our emotions. Now, this can backfire, well, it has benefits and drawbacks, remember. Support and challenge is always equal. So it helps us to see the balance in situations so that we become less volatile, so that we feel less entitled, so we see how it benefits us and how it's a drawback to us as well, and that it's equal and that it's balanced. And so if we can tap into that, it'll help us manage the more volatile aspects of the nines and the ones. Nines, when things are not going well, when they find themselves becoming very stressed, they can become exceedingly dramatic. So your inner diva, the one is the diva, and nine can potentially turn into the drama queen. So, you may have a dramatic diva on your hands today. If so, you want to actually harness the energy of the hero. You actually want to focus on, what do I need to nurture myself? Sometimes when children are really tired and they're having a tantrum, they actually just need a nap. So you might not be able to have a physical nap. If you can, please do. But something else. Maybe you haven't fed yourself well today. Maybe you're actually just hungry. Maybe you need to just take a break. Maybe you need to be kinder to yourself. Maybe you need to do something fun. So the 2 can help us connect to that. The 3 is the hero today. And the 3 in the hero position helps us to set long-term goals. It helps us to be expansive. It helps us to be accepting of others. It helps us to be strategic. It awakens our creativity. So it helps us to manage our lives in a creative way. It is a fire number, and so the fire and the air of the 1 and the sort of all elements of the 9 can again increase volatility a little bit, but because it's in the hero position, it actually helps to keep us focused on it keeps us focused on what actually lights our fire. Because when you give a child something that occupies them, interests them, without forcing them to do something you want them to do, then they generally are delightful, right? They are curious and they're fun and they laugh and they have a good time. And even when they're serious, they focus and they concentrate because they're having a good time. So 3 helps us to connect to that thing which ignites our fire. How do you want to feel? What goal do you want to set? Because you want to feel a certain way. The 3 in the hero position can help you find that, connect to that, and find a way to get you there. Now, the downer is that the villain today is also a 3. So if you have the hero and the villain both being the same number, it can go one of both ways. The benefits are that you're less likely to get caught in the negativity of the villain. The drawbacks are that if you are caught in the negativity of the villain, then it can actually drag the whole life map into its reactive form. And then, I don't know, we end up getting the tantruming diva. So how do you manage that? Well, firstly, you're aware that when you have a 3 in the villain position, it's about being distracted by low priorities. Things that are not important to you. You might not be able to say no. You might get involved in a job that you could actually have put off till tomorrow, that you don't really want to do, that actually isn't yours. You could be, I don't know, doing someone else's job because they're not doing it well. Well, you know what? You have a choice. You can choose not to. You can choose not to get caught up in that distraction, because when you get distracted by other people's priorities, and you know what? Other people's priorities are things like Facebook. I post on Facebook so that you can see what I want you to see. That's my priority, not yours, right? Don't stop watching. Social media. Everything you see on social media is a priority of someone else's. When you post on social media, it's your priority. When you keep on looking to see how many people have liked and shared today, then that's your priority. That's you gauging your response based on what they've done with your post today. That is a distraction. Okay, so be aware of those low priority distractions that actually then end up just freaking you out. Oh, I've run way over the time again. I'm making these things far too long. Little finger. Little finger is where safety energy lock number 18 resides. If you hold the little finger, you harmonize the trying tos, the trying too hards, the doing things that are not in your values, the strivings, the things that do not serve you and do not make you feel good. You help to harmonize your heart and small intestine energy, and you help to strip off the masks of pretense. I hope you have an amazing day. Hold your little finger today. No tantruming divas, just radiant, shining, beautiful beings as much as you can, all right? And I'll speak to you again tomorrow.